December 7, 1941. Anybody in here knew what happened? Raise your hand if you know what happened on December 41. December 7, 1941. Okay.
This guy was a diaper.
Next question. December 8, 1854. Anybody know what happened?
Yeah.
Father.
Hey, I have my hand
There
up.
was a dogma of the Catholic Church.
There was a dogma of the Catholic Church where the Immaculate Conception was definitively defined. We're going to talk about two of those things. The Immaculate Conception, a little short video, and then the fact that the Church is able to define it, called infallibility. First, the little videos. Here we go.
What is it about us human beings that makes us so prone to hatred and violence, lust, selfishness, and despair, even though we know we are made for something better? Ever hear of original sin? Because our first parents, Adam and Eve, freely chose to sin, we were born without the grace of holiness, and with injured natures that make it easy for us to fall into sin. But today is the feast of the Immaculate Conception of Mary, when we celebrate that at the moment of Mary's conception, by the union of her parents, Joachim and Anne, God preserved her from original sin, so that she could live a life of perfect holiness and become the mother of God incarnate. But to say that Mary was free of all sin is not to say that God didn't save her from sin, but rather He saved her from sin by preserving her from sin in the Immaculate Conception. So when we think about the Immaculate Conception and the great holiness of Mary, we come to understand the great power that God has to take away sin and heal our wounded natures. And we know that we have a perfect advocate and example in the Virgin Mary, the Immaculate Conception.
Flashlight here.
Right.
No, that's okay. I got it.
On this day in history, 1869, the First Vatican Council formally began. Technically speaking, it lasted for over 90 years. Blessed Pope Pius IX had called the council to be held at the Vatican in order to address the errors of the time and to formally define the doctrine of the infallibility of the Pope. In this first public session, there were 698 bishops and other church leaders in attendance at St. Peter's Basilica. Over the course of 3 public sessions, the bishops approved 2 documents, one of which included a definition of papal infallibility. When the Roman Pontiff speaks ex cathedra, defining a doctrine concerning faith or morals to be held by the whole Church, he possesses that infallibility which the divine Redeemer willed his Church to enjoy in defining doctrine concerning faith and morals. This teaching was already believed by the Church, but had not yet been officially proclaimed. The Council was prepared to teach also on the authority of the bishops, but was interrupted by Italian troops taking possession of Rome, and never officially closed until 1960, 91 years later, when Pope John XXIII was preparing for the Second Vatican Council. Vatican II confirmed the decrees of the Vatican I and finished the work that it had left incomplete. Interestingly, on September 3rd of 2000, Pope John Paul II declared both popes blessed, John XXIII and Pius IX, showing the important connection between the 2 general councils of the Church that they had called.